up, beautiful people? Welcome to my channel. This is Mrs. Melody Mags. I'm so excited to actually be here today and recording this video for you guys. So if you're new here, welcome to the family. And if you've been here for a while, thank you so much for being a real one, and thank you for continuing to come back. I'm so excited actually, because when I'm always excited most of the times, but I'm so happy today to be able to record a video. And what I wanted to do today, I wanted to actually talk about vision. I know we are well into the year. The first quarter of the year has just finished. And I don't know if you feel motivated about the year or you feel demotivated, but this is the time of the year where people most often they give up on their plans on the year because they're not seeing maybe results, or they are seeing that it's not worth it. There are a lot of reasons why people actually don't stick it through, or maybe because they feel like their direction is not taking the turn that they thought it would. So around about this time of the year, people start to actually just let go or ditch their plans for the year. And I pray that it's not the case for you. So if you're here, it means, well, possibly that you're also passionate about personal development, which is one of the things that we are very passionate about on this channel. I love talking all things personal development, and I also love talking all things faith because I'm a child of God and I'm a new mom, so I'll be sharing a lot of that as well. But on today's video, there's this thing that is an anchor to our lives and an anchor to everything else that we get to do, and that is vision. God is a visionary, I believe so, because of everything that he created. I mean, he's a very creative visionary at that. He made you and me, and look at us. So yeah, he's a very great visionary. So as we are the children of God, we also have to have vision for our lives as we are made in the image of him. So if we are like him, it means that we're also visionaries. And I know vision may sound a bit like, oh, it's a big word, like vision. But really what vision is, it's a state of being able to see. Our eyes, they give us vision. So that's all that it is. And another definition said that it's actually imagination. So you can't have vision if you cannot imagine stuff. So why is it important to have an imagination for your life? That's because you have to see something and believe something before it actually manifests. The Bible says, I think in Corinthians, I can't quote the scripture because I don't remember where it is. I'll probably just link it on the screen. It says, I believed, therefore I spoke. So before you actually see something come to fruition, first you have to believe it, see it, and then speak it. You speak it even before it actually manifests. You speak it even before, like, there's a possibility for it to happen, but we speak those things that are not as though they were, because we have that power as children of God. I know I've already said a lot of things, but what's in my heart is just, I just wanted to be candid about vision and talk about that. So the thing is, the Bible says that people perish where there is no vision. Where there is no vision, people perish. And the thing about vision is that it needs a vessel, it needs a person. A person needs to have a vision in order for it to be fulfilled. And what is very important for us to do is that we need to partner with God in the vision that we have for our lives. There's a question that they asked Oprah on one of the interviews, I can't remember where it was, that is she living her, I can't remember how they worded it or termed it, but her answer to that question was she's living God's dream for her life. And I was like, that is amazing. And we all have to live God's dream for our lives. And definitely God's dream for your life is much bigger than you can imagine. We need not to limit ourselves as to what we are capable of doing or what we are capable of being or becoming, because there is so much more to us like there's so much more to me than just being a woman. There is so much more to me than just being a mom. There is so much more to me than being a wife. There is so much that God has deposited, and in order for that to happen or to come to fruition, I need to envision it first, I need to imagine it, and I need to believe it. I need to speak it before it even comes to fruition. I wrote a few notes, and I was just saying on my notes that it is very important to have a vision, because when you can't see something, there are very slim chances for it to happen. So you need to see it and believe it before it happens. What do you dream about? And I believe that when you have a vision for your life, the more specific it is, the higher the chances of it coming to fruition. Because if you have just a vision that is not really plain, where there's no detail in it, then how are you going to achieve whatever it is that you want to do when you don't have details? Let me give you an example. The reason why that people give up on resolutions and goals by this time of the year is mainly because they were not specific about the dreams that they had. They were not specific about what it is that they wanted to achieve. Maybe a general goal would be, I want to lose weight, which is a very popular one. But that is not a clear goal or vision that you have. The most ideal thing that you'd have to do is, I was pregnant not so long ago, so I just had a baby, and I accumulated, well, a certain amount of weight that I haven't really shed. So I could say prior to being pregnant, I was weighing, I think I was 69, 70. And then I gained obviously a lot of weight. So when I have a vision or a goal that is specific, I would say I want to be 65 kgs. And that's a realistic goal for me because I've been that way before. So the more specific and the more detailed your vision or your goal is, the higher the chances for you to actually achieve it. So what do you see when you imagine and think about yourself? What it is that you imagine that you want to become? What dream do you have? And the thing about dreams and visions that we have for our lives, the smaller they are, the more it's just a project that you need to achieve. But the grander and bigger they are, the more first you need God to achieve them. And you have to need Him because He wants to partner with you in fulfilling whatever it is that you have envisioned for your life. And the closer you are to Him, the more clearer it becomes what it is that you need to do with your life. And I think there is nothing as important as being an active participant in your own life. This just pierces my heart because there are people who are just passive, you know. You don't know whether you're coming in, you don't know whether you're going out, you just wake up each day. There's no design for your day. There is no vision for the day as to what it is. Because here's the thing, small steps contribute to the bigger picture. Because seconds make up a minute, minutes make up an hour make up a day, hours make up a day, days make weeks, weeks make months, months make years, and years make your whole life. So what you do and how you plan to spend a couple of minutes, it will determine your years because everything builds up. And this is what we tend to underestimate, that it doesn't matter what I do within this hour because I feel like it doesn't contribute to the bigger picture. But hear me out. Every little thing that you do contributes to the bigger picture. So you need to plan your day to the T so that your week can be better. And if your week is good, it's going to make that be a good month. And if your month and so on, you get my drift. So you need to plan the smallest details about your life. Plan the smallest details about your day, about your month. And this is the advice that I have for you, that in order for you to be able to be excited about what you're doing, plan your goals in segments. Don't plan a yearly goal, but plan a 3-month goal. Like the first quarter of the year is finished. What do you want to achieve between now, April, and June? And then so that you can be able to measure what you've done, and then you can be able to move on to the next thing and to keep you excited, because it's so demoralizing to have goals but none of them are coming coming to fruition, and then you get discouraged, then it's easier to just give up because you're like, what is the point of doing whatever it is that you're doing? So my cry, let us be active in our lives. Let us be active participants. And this helps you in the terms of Uguti, you will not be swayed, or you will not allow other people to inform what you do with your time. Let me make an example. You can't just invite me for coffee on a random day at a specific time where I've planned and designed that this is how I'm going to be spending my time. So this is when it helps to be specific about how you spend your time, because you're not going to spend your time unwisely and allow other people to accomplish their plans through you while you are compromising yourself, or while you are compromising whatever it is that you're set to do. So be an active participant in your own life and have bigger dreams so that God can partner with you. I mean, do not limit yourself as to what you can be and what you can do. Like I said, that there is so much more in us than meets the eye. You know, there is so much that is being deposited in our lives. There is so much that God wants to accomplish, lives that need to be touched and changed. So don't be timid when you dream. Don't be timid when you do whatever it is that you want to become. It is valid, it is possible, and it is so possible. You can do and be whatever it is that you want to be. Orchestrate the life that you desire and put it down. You know, what gets done is what is written down. They say that goals that are written down have higher chances of being accomplished than the ones that are just in your head, because if it's in your head, it's just a wish, it's not a plan. But there's a difference between dreamers and doers. It's not enough to be a dreamer. Yes, dream, but dream with a plan as to this is how we are planning on accomplishing this. And then another thing that I was so convicted about in my thoughts is do it now. This is for someone. Just do it now. Whatever it is that you want to do, don't plan, don't wait for conditions to be perfect, don't wait for some things to come together, don't wait for no one, but do it now. Whatever it is that you want to do, because the longer you wait to start something, you are compromising your growth, because when you start when conditions are not favorable, you are growing even as you do, and by the time that conditions are favorable according to you, or however, whatever the favorable conditions look like to you, by the time they are favorable, you'll be an expert in whatever it is that you're doing. You'll be an expert in whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. So do it now. Start today. If this is for you, like, just start today. Like, start now. Don't wait for anything. Don't wait for anyone. But work on whatever it is that you want to work on right now. And exposure is very key when it comes to having visions for our lives, because I'm a simple girl who grew up in Hammersdale, and I remember that growing up, because being a teacher was the most prestigious thing. I wasn't around doctors, I wasn't around, well-accomplished people. Not to say that teachers are not. Being a teacher is the greatest thing ever, and I'm so grateful for teachers. But there is more to life than that. There are more things that can be accomplished than being a teacher. So I grew up thinking, you know what, I just want to be a teacher, because I was surrounded by teachers. I thought teachers had money, and I thought they were living the life, and I thought that was the goal. But when I grew and got exposed to a different world and got exposed to different people, then my dreams began to enlarge. I was like, actually, a person can be that. I can be a businesswoman. Sign me in, I can be this. Wow, I never knew it was possible. But that didn't come when I was not exposed, because when you are in a very confined environment where a goal there is to drive a Polo one day, Gandhi, there's a Range Rover waiting for you, that wants to be driven by you. So expose yourself to environment that will stretch you, expose your environment that will enlarge you, that will convict you to say, I think I'm dreaming small. And not to be intimidated, because we need to guard against that. And not to want to shrink because you feel like, this is too much. Or you begin to compare yourself and say, this is for specific people who are of this caliber. No, you are deserving. It's possible for you. Expose yourself to environments that stretch you, to environments that make you want to dream bigger, and to environments that tell you to say, you know what, I don't think you're doing enough. I don't think you're doing this well. So it's very important to expose ourselves as far as vision is concerned. So have a vision for your life, write it down, make it plain. How are you planning on achieving this? If the goal is to be debt free, how are you planning on eradicating your debt? Like step by step. If the goal is to lose weight, what meals are you supposed to, like to the T, like I said in the beginning. The more plain it is and the more clear it is, the more detailed it is, whatever that you want to do, the higher the chances of you actually being able to achieve it. And yeah, that's just what was in my heart for this video, that take your dreams and visions a notch high, just turn it up a bit and dream bigger. Whatever you think is your biggest dream bigger than that, because there is so much more that you can accomplish. So yeah, thank you so much for actually tuning in and watching this video. I hope this encourages you to have a bigger vision for your life. I hope it encourages you to actually make it more plain, because anything is possible. You can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. But I love how it says you can do all things, not everything. So the more clearer your vision is, then it eliminates everything else that you're not supposed to be doing, so that you can zoom in your focus and focus on one thing, so that you can measure your results. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and comment down below and tell me, how do you feel about this time of the year? Have you given up on your dreams, or are you actually on a roll and you're planning on getting more stuff done? I would encourage that you actually don't give up. Continue to do what it is that you wanted to do for the year. We still have time, but it is a matter of how do we use our time. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share. Tell your friends, tell their friends, tell their aunts and uncles that there's this girl who does these videos where she encourages us, so that we can actually become better people in our faith and in our careers. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you guys so much. Until